Alright, what's up guys? My name is Zach and today I am driving a 2023 Honda Civic Type R. Up front is a 2.0 liter turbocharged inline 4 and down below is a 6-speed manual transmission. Now I am super excited to be driving this Type R because this is my first go in the new generation of the Type R. I've driven the older generation and I actually really liked it. So I'm excited to see here today if this brand new Type R is up to snuff. But if you would like to submit your own vehicle to be reviewed by me, you can head on over to my website, zackpradel.com/submit. It's a quick and easy submission form, takes under a minute to fill out, and I come out to you. But let's get back to that 2.0 turbo making 315 horsepower under the hood. Well, it's a fantastic power plant. Honda has been using this power plant for quite some time, and if you're wondering if it's still good, yes, it's still very, very good. I'm very happy to see that this doesn't get the 1.5 turbo that's found in the SI, just with added boost, as Honda seems to like to do. And boy, is this thing fun. Now, like I said, paired to it is a 6-speed manual transmission. Again, it actually is a different ratio transmission from the SI that I drove. And again, I really like it. Honda nails their transmissions every single time, and I'm very fortunate that they do. Last but not least, the Type R is front-wheel drive. A lot of people think it's all-wheel. It's actually just front-wheel, and it does get a limited slip differential up front, which is very fantastic. So how does it feel to drive a Type R? Well, it actually feels pretty similar, at least on the road, to the outgoing Civic Type R. That being said, it's very poignant, it's very direct, and it knows exactly what it wants to do. However, I'm excited to say that Honda stays on top with this car. It's fantastic. And it seems like the clutch delay issue that was plaguing the SI is either gone or retuned or rethought here in the Type R, which is very, very good to see. This thing is bolted to the ground. Woo! The handling is supreme. Oh man, I would have way too much fun here in this car. With that stuff out of the way, let's talk about the interior. Well, in front of me, I have some digital gauges with two physical. Off to the left, I have coolant temperature, and off to the right, I have fuel. But then I get a digital cluster found in most Honda products these days. I really like it. Tachometer off to the left, speedometer off to the right. Pretty standard stuff there. When I put it into R mode, it does change the cluster quite a bit and makes it real nice to look at. On the steering wheel, on the left, we have our skip track, volume, and voice commands, and off to the right, we have our cruise control options with lane keep assist. Off to the left, we do have a climate control vent, gauge dimmer switch, bubble button, and traction control off, some safety features down to the left. Moving on to the door, we do have our latch get in and out, power mirrors, power locks, and power windows, along with some nice suede accents on the doors. Moving into the center, we do get the standard Honda infotainment system. Nothing really too new here.
I did want to take a quick second to talk about Log R because I actually learned this from my good friend Anish. Log R is a system that's built into the Civic Type R that will data log your driving time. So it'll keep a record of everything that happens during your drive. So if you're like, oh, you know, I overboosted here, whatever, you can go back and look at that. But what's really cool about Log R is that it's in the system already and supported fully by Honda, but there's also a phone app, so you can send all of this data to your phone, and you can send it to your friends, your data logger, your tuner, whatever that might be. And it's awesome that Honda included this from the factory in the Honda Civic Type R.
And here's the backup camera, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, pretty much anything you'd want out of a new Honda product, but that's not really the point of this car. Then we do get our climate control vents, hazard switch in the center, and off to the right, we do have our Type R badge with the serial number on it, just to remind you how special this car really is. Then we do have our climate controls. This gets dual zone climate, and to my knowledge, this is the only Honda Civic to get dual zone climate. The SI doesn't get it, and the standard Civic doesn't get it. Then we do have two USB-A. Honda, very reluctant to do USB-C, but USB-A, 12-volt outlet, and a wireless charger. And then we move into the center stack. So off to the left, we have our R Plus mode as well as drive modes. So we have comfort, sport, and individual. Then we have our power parking brake and brake hold, and the shifter itself. The shift knob looks aftermarket in like the best way possible. It really reminds me of like the old RSXs and other fantastic heritage Honda products. Then we do have cup holders, so we will do a big friggin' bottle test here in the Type R. It fails. Most sporty cars fail anyway, so par for the course here in the Type R. Then we do have a little center console and the seats. The seats are pretty stiff and they have very high bolsters. They're very, very sporty. However, they're not uncomfortable for a big guy like me. I'm 5'11" and not very small, so I fit in here pretty well, and that's actually hard to say about most sports cars. So I think it would take a little bit of getting used to with the bolsters. I think you'll be fine. However, speaking of seats, we do have back seats. So let's go do a back seat review. All right, so we're in the back of the 2023 Honda Civic Type R, and honestly, fantastic legroom back here. This is my seating position, and I have 5-6 inches of legroom. Sitting up straight, my head's coming close to the ceiling, but not as close as I thought. I have cup holders down here, but I don't get a center console. Not many amenities back here, but this is a driver's car. It doesn't need amenities. It needs to be able to strap in your friends and family to go for a wicked ride while also going to Target or Walmart or whatever. So this accomplishes that job very, very well, and I'm very comfortable. If someone said, hey, hop in the back of the Type R, we're going to take it to medieval times for the night, I'd hop in and say, yes, I'm rooting for the Red Knight. So love that about it. Let's hop out. We'll take a quick look at the trunk and cargo space, and then we'll talk about the looks. All right, around the back of the Honda Civic Type R from 2023. Pop it right up like that, and we have tons of space. Now, I don't really love the hatchback. We'll talk about that in a second, but tons of space down here. You can pull this up. We do get some fix-a-flat, some things like that. Overall, you're going to be able to move in and out of an apartment in here. You're going to be able to fit, all of your food supplies. You're going to be able to take a long, nice, week-long road trip back here, and you're going to fit all your luggage. So in terms of cargo space, I think it's very, very adequate and definitely a huge leg up on the GR Corolla. The GR Corolla had abysmal space. This is very, very ample, and I love that about the Type R. Now we got to talk about the looks, and I actually really love the look of this generation of Civic. I don't like the hatch part because I want my hatchbacks to look like hatchbacks. This kind of looks like a sedan, if we're being honest. So I would love it if it was a little bit hatchy backier, if that's a saying. I don't know if it is, but I'm going to say it here today. But other than that, I love the championship white, black wheels, red accents, the whole nine. I think it's a fantastic looking automobile. With all of that being said, let's get on to my final thoughts. What do I think driving the Civic Type R? Well, I've been spoiled recently in having several fantastic cars to drive this summer. I had the GR Corolla for a week. I had the Integra Type S for a week. I recently drove a Fiesta ST, all of these turbocharged hatchback vehicles. So what's the synopsis? Well, the good thing for you is that you're not going to find a bad one. All of those cars I just named are fantastic in their own right. But what Honda does very good is that they've kept their cars very consistent. Although they've updated the styling and looks and tech inside, it still drives like a Honda. It still drives like that EK hatchback you fell in love with 10, 15, 20 years ago. It still retains those Honda values while offering a new product. And I think that's the best spot a car can be. Honoring and respecting a car's legacy while still moving forward. It's very easy for an automaker to take a name that people have come to know and love and absolutely massacre it, but Honda hasn't done that. They've honored the Type R name, and I think this car is very well fitting, and it's going to serve many, many generations to come to have fun in their practical hatchbacks. If you had to ask me between this or a GR Corolla, I would probably pick this. It's a lot more comfortable, and you just can't go wrong with championship white. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Huge thank you to Honda for letting me take out their Type R press vehicle. I'm here at the Mama Fall Meet of 2023, and they've given me the ability to drive it. They've been awesome to work with, and I can't wait to work more with them in the future. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to rate the video, comment on the video, and subscribe if you really liked it. Take care, guys.